Awesome. Today we are joined by David Fritsch, who's the owner of a company called Inside Out Home Inspection. So, welcome to the show, David. And before we get started, I have a small disclaimer. Are you ready?
Let's hear it.
Awesome. The conversation that we are about to have is going to be recorded and posted on YouTube and Facebook and a lot of social media websites, all with the intention of promoting your business as well as mine. So, are you okay with that?
Yes.
Outstanding. Thank you so much for joining us, David. So, can you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Hi, I'm David Fritsch. Thank you, Raj, for inviting me to this. Um, I'm the owner of Inside Out Home Inspection,
Okay.
uh, and it's a company that I started around the beginning of this year. And before that, I've been in the real estate industry since 2008. And
Beautiful. Beautiful. So, you have experience. I mean, sounds like you have a wide variety of skills. Would that be true?
yeah. So in 2008, I started investing in properties and
Mhm.
buying properties, foreclosures, fixing them up, remodeling them, and that's kind of what got me started in real estate. After a couple of years of doing that, I
Mhm.
thought it'd be best to get my real estate license
Yes.
and started selling real estate. So it made sense, and took me about 4.5 years of selling real estate to realize that home inspecting is a really good fit for me. Um,
Outstanding.
yeah,
So, when
it's
you
been great.
say, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, just saying that it's been great so far this year. But I also like to add, and a lot of people ask, well, what's my experience before that? I do have an engineering degree,
Oh, okay.
and that's kind of one of the reasons I think that I have found inspecting homes rather than selling homes to be a better fit for me. And
Sure.
it's been good.
Yes, sir. So maybe you have the engineer brain?
Yeah, whatever that is.
Awesome. It's a little bit more analytical. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Is there a certain kind of properties that you focus on, or is this pretty much any residential property or any commercial? Do you do commercial as well?
I'm not doing commercial right now. It's so strictly focusing on residential.
Okay.
So yeah, I do single family homes, duplexes, multi units, up to four. I haven't done more than four currently, but not opposed to it. I know on the real estate side, over 4 units, it does become a commercial sale. So, but it's still residential. All the systems are the same,
Sure.
so I wouldn't oppose that. But yeah, commercial properties are a little bit different animal, and
Yes.
I'm not doing those right now. It may change in the future, but
Oh, okay.
sticking with residential properties.
Awesome. So you are interested in connecting with a lot of realtors. Would that be correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Awesome. So how are you doing that right now?
Yeah, so I have a couple different avenues. I found it really productive to visit open houses
Hmm.
on the weekends with the realtors and meet them firsthand. Uh, Using Facebook to connect with realtors. I do some email campaigns. Um, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it that I've been using right now.
Beautiful. So how many realtors are you working with right now, David?
On a repeat basis, well, it's funny. I just was doing my numbers this morning as to looking at over the past several months where my business is coming from. And last month, or actually, sorry, just the last 2 weeks of September, I've had more repeat business from realtors than I've had every consecutive month. But it's been growing, like everything else. I've been doing more inspections every month,
Beautiful.
and getting more repeat business from agents every month as well. I don't know the exact number. It's probably, I would say a dozen that are sending me repeat business right now. But as mentioned, everything's growing and it's going great. I'm
That's
really
awesome.
excited. So
That's great. And you also like to network. Would that be correct?
yes, yeah.
Yes, sir. So what are all the places or what are all the organizations that you like to network with?
Um, Gosh, organizations that I'd like to network with.
Yes.
Well, I should be spending more time with SAR, the Sacramento Association of Realtors.
Sure.
Being a realtor myself, it's I haven't gone to a lot of those as a realtor, and you know,
Yes.
but yeah, that would be the first and best place for me to start, as well as
Absolutely.
yeah, and there's a number of other great associations that I should be attending to, and really need to start focusing on that.
Yes, sir. See, the SAR organization also puts up like YPN, which is like twice a month,
Right.
Young Professional Network, and then there's one more called CAMP. As a
Okay.
matter of fact, I believe CAMP is having a networking event this Thursday.
Oh, great. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, I will send you all that information,
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. So also we have a social media deal, do we not, between you and me?
Yes, we do.
Yes, sir. So can you please talk to us about how that's how that's coming along right now?
Yeah. So since I've been introduced to Raj, and I've been a lot more active on Facebook than ever have, or really essentially started
Sure.
since I met you. And I don't think I told you this, but just over the weekend, um, I it was last week. A realtor, a local realtor, friended me, and I
Sure.
just replied back to him. Um, hey, if you need an inspector, let me know. I do have the MLS lockbox key. Some agents like that feature
Sure.
since they have to wait around at the house. And he asked me right away for a quote on a property, and so I
Beautiful.
quoted him. And then I also saw on Facebook, since we were friends, he was holding an open house on Saturday. So I showed up. So that all that happened either Thursday or Friday morning. I showed up to his open house on Saturday,
Okay.
introduced myself, and yeah, he's like, if you don't hear from me by the end of the weekend from my client Joe, let me know. Well, I didn't hear from him, but just this morning I let him know I haven't heard, and he highly recommended me to his client Joe, who's going to be buying multiple properties in the
Wow.
Sacramento area. So yeah, it's
High
yeah,
five.
exactly. In just a short time,
Awesome.
I'm going to see some good feedback and and income revenue from this, and
Absolutely.
spend.
Absolutely. I'm very happy to hear about this, David, and all that it's doing is, it's taking relationships to a whole new level. So let's say your business model is connecting with that many realtors, so you're really dropping in on all these open houses. How many open houses can you drop in on a given day, right? But
Right.
if you use Facebook, you're connecting with like 100, 200 realtors at one shot like this. And when you're connecting with people at that volume, some of these people are going to give you business,
Yep.
right? And then we also go in with this strategy where you help promote their open houses, in the sense that see, even this realtor that who you had a very good connection with, what I strongly recommend is that when you drop in on their open houses, try to take some pictures. You want to say thank you to them for inviting you into their open house. And also what you're doing is, because you have a fan page which currently has a traffic of somewhere between 2,000 to 3,000 people a week. When you take a picture of this guy's open house, you can post it on that fan page and saying thank you so much to Mr. So and so, or whatever this person's name is, for inviting me to their open house. So technically what you're doing is you're sending some traffic in that realtor's direction,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they are going to be thankful for that, because that's going to set you apart from every other home inspector who is prospecting with that particular realtor,
Yeah.
right? And just to give you a feel, Renee, who's one of my other clients, she just had a open house this Saturday. That house was sold way before I even made it to that open house. So because she started at 1 o'clock and I made it there by 2 o'clock, but that house was already in pending stage. So see, that's what Facebook marketing will really do for you. It's going to bring you massive amounts of traffic. And when you're dealing with traffic at that volume, believe me, some of these people are going to buy your product or service.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So that in a nutshell is what we do. So I'm very happy for you, David, and I also hope that you connect with like 200 more realtors. So this is great news, but this is really not the end game. The end game is to go after as many realtors as possible.
Exactly.
Right. Awesome. So you're also involved in bike riding, right? You are very passionate about this stuff.
I am a passionate bike rider, yeah.
Awesome. So talk to us about this bike riding. Like, when did you get started, and what do you really do? How many miles do you cover on a weekly basis?
All right. Well, let's see. I think it was around, well, in college, it was when I got my first mountain bike, but that was in Wisconsin.
Outstanding.
A lot of mountain biking back then, but yeah, I did it strictly mountain biking until I moved to Sacramento in 2005.
Awesome.
Prior to that, the areas that I lived, there was mountain biking relatively close, within just a few miles. In Sacramento, as you know, there's not a lot of mountains nearby.
That's right.
So I bought a road bike, and so yeah, I've been road biking a lot since then. It's been on and off on the frequency that I've been riding, but this year it's been picking up nicely, and I have over 2,000 miles on my road bike this year, and yeah, I don't know, a couple hundred on my mountain bike, but try and get out as often as I can. But I have a little 2.5-year-old son that,
Awesome.
That I like spending time with as well. And
Beautiful.
so,
Beautiful.
so
Yeah.
it's but yeah, it is a great passion. I love it. It's exciting.
It keeps you fit.
Yeah, it's just we did a great ride yesterday up at in South Lake Tahoe.
Oh, okay. You went to Tahoe. Awesome.
But yeah, I hadn't ridden that trail in about 5 years, and
Wow.
it worked me. But it was
That's
good.
beautiful. Yeah. I'm happy for you. So,
Yeah.
David, at this point, do you have any questions for us?
Yeah, if you want to talk about like what are some of the next steps that you and I can take together. I know you kind of got me started with this, and I have still a lot to learn.
Sure.
But yeah, I'm interested, in what more we can do, and what are some of the other
Absolutely.
things.
See, I think you're doing great, but one of the things in this business is constantly learning. It doesn't matter whether you're running at 50 miles per hour or 100 miles per hour. You always want to strive for something even better. And coming back to you, you seem to be very good at connecting with people, but looking at your page, what I will suggest is get a little bit more creative about creating content. Okay, what that really means is I see some videos and stuff that you posted, but taking it to the next level is going to involve, like, for example, like over the weekend when you went to this open house of this very good prospect of yours, what I would have done if I were you is take a bunch of pictures. And when you take these pictures, try to get the realtor involved in the picture as well. Like, try to take some pictures of you and the realtor.
Yeah.
Right. Because then you can come back, you can tag them, because when you tag them, technically, you're helping promote them to your network of people, but at the same time, you're getting promoted to their network of people as well.
Yep.
That's one thing. And then the second thing I would strongly suggest is, which I think you are already doing, but really take it to the next level, is start creating videos, which kind of give people tips on how to pass their home inspection, because there may be some simple things that people can do to really go from a house that fails a test to something that actually passes the test.
Well, no house passes or fails an inspection. So I just
Okay.
want to clarify that. It's I'm just documenting defects. So health and safety issues and defects. Majority of the defects that we find are cosmetic, and they're easy repairs.
Absolutely.
But our really, as a home inspector, our main goal is to find health and safety issues. To make sure that the folks buying the home are buying a property that they can move into and feel safe with their family. But yeah, it's not a pass fail, because every buyer has a different level of comfort of what they're
Tolerance.
will accept of a house. And
Right,
so
right.
what I find may or may not be acceptable to them, and that's every person is different. So
Absolutely. You're just documenting it, but where I was going with that suggestion, and again, I'm not a home inspector, I'm just giving you some general suggestions. For example, when I had a townhome in Florida, see, there was this process where you drop a bleach in a certain place. You do this like once every 6 months, for example. And what that used to do was basically keep the air conditioner going, right? This is just an example. And again, I don't know whether this is part of home inspection or not, but the idea here is to give people some educational content which
sure,
basically benefits them,
no, that.
right? Yeah,
Mhm.
so start thinking about that. I already saw a video from you. So I, 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 I have a feeling you're already on that direction. Just take it to the next level. Be a little bit more creative and make simple videos, like 30-second to 1-minute videos. See, you don't want these videos to be very long,
Yeah.
right? That's all I can. That's really what I can think of. So, and the other thing I would strongly suggest you do, which I believe you are already doing, but really do it a little bit more, is start engaging with people on Facebook.
Hmm.
So let's say you are connecting with like 10 or 20 realtors a day, once or twice a day, you want to go on that page, look at stuff that they're posting. And again, you don't need to comment on all of them, but find ones that actually make sense and say something nice, say, oh, let's say one of your realtors posted a picture of a lunch at some restaurant. You just want to go in and say, oh, that sounds like really yummy food. Say something there, and the reason why you want to do that is when you do that, that helps promote you to everyone else that has engaged with that particular post.
Yep.
So slowly, you'll reach you'll increase your exposure. Right now, let's say you got a traffic of 100 to 200 people coming onto your page. See, you want to slowly raise that to 1,000, 2,000 people a day if possible.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And also, you can also get on other networks like Instagram, and use those networks as well, because I typically tend to get 3 times the traffic that I get on Facebook on Instagram.
Wow.
Yes, sir. So again, these are all things that we can address the next time we meet. Try to download Instagram on your phone if possible. If you're unable to do that, the next time we meet, I'll show you how.
Yeah. No, I can do it, but yeah, I haven't used Instagram.
Okay, yeah, that's always a first time for everything, David. And also try to connect with other people in the network, meaning just last week, I signed up a couple of deals with a guy who does tiles,
I saw
granite
it.
transformations. His name is Chris. And also try to connect with Michelle. Michelle does mortgages. So start building on those personal connections. I know you're great. You've already connected with a few people, but just keep doing that, like 2 or 3 a week. So it doesn't slow down everything else that you're doing, but you want to keep building your personal connections, as much as you can.
Right, right.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us, David. So if somebody is interested in contacting you for their home inspection needs, would you mind giving them your contact information so they can call you or email you?
Yeah, I can be phone called at 916-258-5704, or you can email me at inspectinginsideout@gmail.com. My website is inspectinginsideout.com, where I do have a lot of informative videos. I just haven't put those on Facebook yet. So
Awesome.
yeah, yeah, that'll reach me.
Outstanding. Thank you so much for joining us, David, and I look forward to continuing to work with you.
All right, thanks, Raj.
Bye-bye.